My mom, she's super into this podcast.
Junkie mom?
Junkie mom, is that what? Junkie mom. Shout out to Junkie mom, to all the Junkie mom.
Hey, everybody. Here we are again for another week of Breaking Glass. My name's Kevin Beecher.
And I'm Josh Mazet.
And this week we got our good buddy back. He was with us before, but we got Dave Hendy. Junkie Glass. He doesn't like called his real name, does he?
No, I do not.
But yeah, he was with us before, so he came back to talk a little bit more. And, you know, we're just gonna basically jump right in. And what do you got coming up? You got a show coming up.
Yeah, I got two shows coming up. I got one with Hetty's Hideout, March 7th, I believe, next year, 2020. And then I got a collab show with Blake, a.k.a. Gonzo, April 11th, April 18th.
That's at Stoked?
That is at Stoked, yeah.
I saw you guys release that. And Gonzo's our boy. We love that guy.
Yep.
So that'll be a cool show to go to.
That'll be great.
You guys
fun
gonna do
time.
a ton of collaboration and stuff?
I'm sure we'll do a little bit, but yeah, I'll pretty much be putting beanies on things, and that's about it.
Hopefully before he leaves
really
here
drunk there.
tonight, we'll put some beanies and stuff together. Yeah, we made a little spread this week. We got some cheese and some sopressata and some hot chorizo, and Junkie brought these crazy pickles down that are just really, really salty. I made some martinis for us, but they actually go good for the martini because they kind of take the bite out of it.
DJ, you fucked up.
Yeah, they're you don't think they're that bad?
I don't think they're that salty.
Man, I think they're insanely salty.
I don't think they're insanely salty.
We'll have to give one to Shelly and put it to test because she's the salt junkie. So,
I think they're a little...
Good collab.
well, cheers on the martinis anyhow.
Yep. Hey.
You don't like martinis, do you?
Nah.
You gotta give them a shot.
I like a martini.
I think when I get a lot older, I'll probably like them.
We drink them, like I said. It's all about no vermouth. We don't put no vermouth in our martinis. That's
Maybe
just,
the kids would like vermouth.
yeah, he might actually.
What
have
is
some
no
out there.
vermouth?
This is just straight vodka with a little olive juice, dirty.
No, what's no vermouth?
Vermouth is
No,
like
no being no, there is none, and vermouth.
most
What is
martinis.
Vermouth, VERMOUTH, is an alcohol, and it's usually added just the slightest bit to a martini.
Oh,
So
okay.
when they say they want to, when people order martinis dry, it means without the vermouth. The vermouth kind of...
It gives it this funky flavor, and it just.
Is it like a droplet of it or
Sometimes,
something?
well, so like if you just order a straight martini, there should be like just the slightest bit of a pour, a tiny little bit. And if you order it dry, they pour it in and then dump it out, and just the stuff on the walls is good enough. And then some places
Some
even
people
will put a
spray
spray in there.
spray bottle.
But I don't like it at all. I think it contaminates the flavor, and just the pure vodka itself really just makes for the cleanest, best taste. And they need to be served ice cold. If they're not ice cold, then
I shook the shit out of these things. They work cold, but we're sitting here
nice.
for 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
I taste the olive in it. It's nice.
yeah,
Smooth.
Yep.
Yeah,
He put a little bit of olive juice in this one too, and then of course garlic stuff.
but I know he does. He likes his without the dirtiness, so
Yeah.
I made it very low.
I don't mind. I can drink it with a little olive juice. I just prefer it just clean.
But so I don't know anything relevant. We go back to that relevant news. I had one.
Let's see. So
I had one the other day.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw. What's today? Sunday. Was it Friday? Did you see that stabbing in London? Did you see
I didn't hear about that.
You didn't see none videos from it?
No.
There was some dude that went crazy and like stabbed two people on the bridge, killed them. Like one guy was like 25 and a girl was like 23 or 24. But then these like bystanders saw what going on. He was like all dressed up and crazy and just walking around trying to get ready to stab, going to stabbing frenzy. And this one dude ran into a restaurant and grabbed a whale tusk and came out and started beating the dude with a whale tusk while this other dude grabbed a fire extinguisher. And like you can see the video and they're online, and like They're literally with a whale tusk and a fire extinguisher.
They're beating him with the fire extinguisher?
No, he's spraying the fire extinguisher on the guy, and the dude's like swinging wildly, and the dude's trying to beat him with a whale tusk.
Sounds like a Three Stooges routine.
Yeah, they got him. I mean,
Right.
they basically kept him occupied till the cops got there, and then they shot the guy and killed him.
Well, this is just going to call for whale tusk control.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having that story inside your repertoire?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, which one? Which part of that story? Any one
Well,
of them.
the dude spraying the fire extinguisher, and also I beat a man with a tusk.
Yes.
And it was one of those whales. They have like that solo
Narwhal.
It's like the narwhal. That's what it was. It was a narwhal
Unicorn
tusk.
whale, yeah.
And that's what it was. He went in. He just ran into some restaurant in in London and just grabbed it and ran out the place and just ran on the bridge and just started.
Well, they just had a narwhal tusk on the wall. I'm surprised they didn't stab him with that. I would think a narwhal
It looked to be
tusk
about.
would be brittle.
It looked to be about 4 feet long.
Do you think the
That's a
bar
tooth.
owner
You know
was
that
like,
narwhal,
here?
that's a tooth on
Yeah.
those guys. It's not just a
tooth
not a
is-
horn. It's a tooth.
Do you think the bar owner was like, here, take this and beat the shit out of him? Like, how do you acquire, like, how do you walk into a place and be
Well,
like,
I think
I think
everybody
he
was
just
freaking
took
out.
it and ran out the bar.
If you
no, I
watch,
know. I want to know how that went
If you
down.
watch the video, there's people like recording this video, and they're actually laughing their asses off because they think it's a joke,
Well, it sounds like a
and
joke.
they all think it's like some crazy like play joke, and they didn't realize that people actually got killed and stuff like that. So,
Ew.
but I don't know. It was just pretty wild. London's like nuts with those stabbings. It's just like this. There's no the gun control. It's like that nobody has guns and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like people are just stabbing motherfuckers. This guy was a terrorist. I mean, he was caught back in like 2012 for a terror act, and like I think went to jail and got out early, and then gets out and basically does it again.
I mean, that just seems like you just want to go to prison if you just start stabbing people on the bridge. First of all, there's not a lot of places you can go from
He
a bridge.
wanted to die.
You're either going out one. Yeah, he just wanted to die. But
I think ISIS claimed it. I think they're taking
Dude, they're good at that.
they're taking like credit for the attack or whatever.
the-
Because he was like an Arab kind of guy of some sort. So I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, this sounds pretty speculative. I'd like to see this news article before we
I
start.
thought you would have. I thought you would have saw it.
I hadn't heard about. Yeah, just enough.
You just see the guy. You see the guy being sprayed with the thing and this dude with this big freaking whale tusk. And
Yeah.
It was like wow.
Can you actually pull that up on YouTube?
No, we're not ready for it.
I want to see that.
We'll watch it later. I thought you would have saw it. 'cause
And I
we
wonder,
read a
like,
lot of Twitter and stuff.
Did that guy know when he ran into that bar? Like, oh, I just saw that narwhal tusk.
He just knew it was there.
Like, or was he just been waiting, or is he just like a regular who's been waiting for the day? Like, one day I'm gonna run down the fucking beat somebody down with that tusk on the wall.
He's just taking shots at the bar,
He
staring
walked
at
in
it.
the bar and they're all like, Norm, and he just grabs the tusk.
Well,
and runs
you know
out of
what?
there.
Well, I wonder if he got it back right. If they got it back right away, it was one of those things they had to put it into evidence.
Yeah.
Dude's like, it's gonna be famous after this. You know, it's gonna be like the
Did he
tusk.
make
Right,
contact with
right.
it? Did he hit him?
If you watch, yeah, he's swinging at the
Those
guy.
things always look super brittle to me. Those narwhal horns.
I think it's a big bone.
Why didn't he
It's a
stab
tooth
him?
that's like coil. It's like twisted. It ain't
Yeah.
that many twists. It's like a big rotini noodle just get snap. I don't know.
Anyway, what? Anything else new? I just thought that was funny.
Let's see. So my neighbor started growing hemp
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
with my roommate, and
How's that going? Is it legal?
Good.
Legal? Like
Well-
getting licenses for it?
no, yeah. They
So
got everything
I'm
tested
I'm
and all
interested
that.
in this.
Well, it's gonna get very weird. And
Oh, yeah,
24 months is what we just found out is you won't be able to grow like the CBD hemp flower plant. You have to grow the CBG one.
No. State.
States are all different. So
What
like
state is this? He's doing this.
New York.
That's what I'm saying. New York.
So New
Where you're
York.
at.
No, this
is
is-
it's
yeah.
0.3% THC that you can have, but I guess in the next 24 months they're going to change the laws and make it so that it has to be like 0.1%. So it's impossible to grow the CBD hemp flower. So you have
So
to
did he have to go through anything to get this license?
Yeah, he had to have his like shit tested, field tested, approved. There's only X amount of people that were able to be approved in New York. So
How much land?
So he has 4 acres or
4?
a little bit less than that he worked off of, but his neighbor has been a farmer pretty much his whole life. He has like 9 kids and like,
So how many acres is he doing? Is what I'm getting at.
so a little less than 4, and then the neighbor is doing like 8. So he had a lot.
So
Like,
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
looking
looking. I could probably give up 3 or 4 acres to do this.
But you're going to have to grow CBG, not CBD hemp flower, because it's going to change.
Well, I was
pretty
talking
soon
to
and
other
make it
people,
illegal.
and they were saying, just even seeds, like hemp seeds, are worth money.
Well, that's why you want to catch what he's saying here, because there's basically they're going to be so restrictive on what you can grow to qualify as CBD that it's not going to be CBD anymore. It's going to be CBG, and he was saying that there's only going to be one provider for this seed, and so it's not like you're going to be able to sell seeds and really do CBD, because if the CBD has even, like he said, if it has more than 1% of a trace of
less than
1% of THC, it can't be used anymore. So now they're going to have to grow a very, very specific strain. And I don't know.
What's the turnaround?
Still could be profitable.
Expecting?
What, as far as money?
Yeah. What's an acre yield?
Let's see. I think he had like 200 plants or something around there.
That's not that big.
No, it's not. But his neighbor, again, he grew like 8 or 9 acres. So he has a lot, and he's gonna sell all that for him because this guy doesn't know anything. Like he has cows, pigs, just
He's the guy that made the pork chops.
I got his pig from him. Yes,
I laid his pork chops out.
You like them?
I didn't make them. I laid them out for us to cook them.
Did we have 6 or 4?
5.
5.
One single, and then like 2
There we
packs
go.
of 2. He brought these like organic, homemade, homegrown slaughtered pork chops.
They ate a lot of sunflower
They
seeds.
actually look pretty crazy. They have do you see them? The color, they have a huge chunk of fat going down the back of them, and then the meat itself is like a really dark red. Like it's not like a regular pork chop that I've seen.
He said they ate a lot of sunflower seeds.
That might be why.
Right. And a bunch of other shit. Also, the reason why I brought up that whole thing is, so with all the hemp, he was going through the trimming process. And, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, piece of shit. So when they're going through the trimming process, they can just take that and use it for like biomass. And he had it off to the side, and he was like, fuck it, let's just give it to the pigs. But it was already in the stage of composting. So like, like when you have a pile of leaves, like the center of it is like 150 degrees, and it started building out this like microbacteria and shit.
So they're eating the sunflowers.
Well, these are new pigs, little baby pigs.
Oh shit!
And so he gave that trim to them because
we're eating baby pigs.
No. This is different pigs.
I love baby pigs, dude. It's like my favorite.
I got 200 pounds of pig.
Holy cow!
That's a lot, because I had pigs before, and usually we get around like 160, 180. That's the perfect time to do it. But anyway, he gave him that trim, and within a day, they went blind, and one of them died.
Oh, wow.
From the sunflowers?
No, from the trim, from the hemp.
Oh,
because it was in that stage of composting, so they think there's some sort of fucked up bacteria in there that you shouldn't be ingesting.
I wonder what those pigs taste like.
Damn.
Well, they're all dead.
To get you high?
One of them died. It went blind and just died.
Damn, you
And
pig
then-
killers.
I didn't do shit. But then one
You
of
hear
them
that? Weed kills
went
pigs.
into hemp does. One of them went into a river and drowned itself.
Whoa.
It just fucking it didn't know what it was doing, so it just was inside a river and just drowned.
I thought pigs swam pretty good.
Probably not when they're blind and out of their mind and dying.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So like fermented weed clippings.
not good for pig consumption.
But sunflower's good.
Sunflower's good.
I know the farmer that rents our field, he plants sunflowers every 3 years. And he uses, like, basically they don't use those sunflowers for anything. He just grinds them up for chalk, like the feed for animals.
It's good for them. Yeah.
That's what he does in most of our farm fields. I think it's all just chalk for animals.
For livestock and stuff. Wow.
Yeah. Well, all right, that's cool. We're going to cook his pork chops later. We'll see what they taste like.
Should be good. Should be good.
They look, like I said, the color was pretty wild. I'm not used to seeing that kind of color.
Interesting.
I just got a bunch of
Because
venison
usually
too.
pork's a little bit more pinkish. But
Like a lighter pink. And this
yeah.
stuff's really dark. I mean, it's like
the other
dark
white meat,
red. And it's
yeah.
like, just looks a little different. They look, and then the fat's bright white. Like, so there's like, it's definitely some fresh, it's like organic. You can tell it's like a farm raised,
Okay.
not free range meat,
Yeah,
It's not,
yeah.
It's not like a shit you buy at the grocery store.
Yeah, it's not farmed out pig. It's
Yeah. I just got a bunch of venison yesterday from Thanksgiving, so I got a neck roast.
Oh, really?
Venison neck. I take the neck and cook that down.
Never had
I'm gonna
neck roast.
I make my deer meat chili. So I'll do that, and then he gave me a bunch of beef or burger. I mean, like ground beef, like ground venison, basically.
Yeah.
We'll do that up. I love to do that, and then I got 2 hindquarters coming, so I get the whole rear end of the deer, but I get the whole piece, like the whole chunk, and I wrap it with bacon and slather it with butter and garlic and cover it up, and we cook it on the grill.
Damn, when?
I usually do it like once or twice a year.
Let me know.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
You have it, haven't you? Last year I had bear. Yeah,
bear?
Bear was good. Remember I made the bear chili, and I got moose. I did moose chili. And moose is one of those ones. Same with bear. It's like, it's a tougher kind of gamey meat. It's good for shit like chili, because you can kind of hide the toughness of it. A lot of people don't like it because it's like a tough, but if you cook it down, like you can make it real tender. So I always like to make chili out of that kind of stuff. But yeah, make it spicy hot. What else new you got? Any new stories?
My mom, she's super into this podcast.
Junkie mom?
Yep. Well,
Oh yeah, I love it. His mom watches the podcast.
I'm sure she loves that.
Junkie mom, is that what?
I guess you guys
Is that what she goes by?
No, I guess you just made that.
And then you got Junkie Dealer, Junkie
dealer,
Mom.
Junkie mom. Shout out to Junkie mom.
Yeah, we should get t-shirts made, Junkie Mom.
To all the Junkie moms out
Yeah, I'm sure she'd wear it.
So she's proud of you.
Yeah, man. She's happy that I made it. Did something
Yeah.
in my life. But yeah, she actually recently went into Hetty's Hideout.
Do you live close to your mom?
Yeah, 25 minutes away. They also got a place down in Florida.
So you see her often.
Yeah.
What was she doing in Ohio?
My sister lives there.
Ah.
Yeah, so I was like, you should go down there and check out Hetty's Hideout. Why not?
Yeah.
Because she watches all the live drops that Hetty's Hideout and Planet Caravan does.
When she was down wherever she was at, she went to the shop and actually.
Yeah, she just went in there and they're, I don't know, they have Gucci bags and all that type of shit. So they kind of looked out of place.
Did she introduce herself?
Oh,
Yeah,
your mom had a Gucci bag? Is that what you're saying?
Or my sister, I don't know, something fancy.
Is that your sister's style, Gucci?
Both of them? No, Gucci, Louis, whatever, man.
Louis Vuitton.
All the expensive shit.
You
I
need
don't
like
know
a
about.
Louis. I'm sure Junkie mom. I think you should get this guy a Louis Vuitton beanie or a.
Do they have those?
Well, we could get one made. I think, or like you need to
I'm
get
sure
a
they got
beanie. Yeah,
them.
you need a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci beanie.
Is that the original beanie, or do you just have like 20 of them?
I got this one recently because it's kind of like low cap. It kind of like fits to the head better. Like most beanies kind of like stick out.
No
and go
reservoir
over.
tip.
Yeah. So got this one recently. It
So
was
you
like
have multiple beanies.
I have like 3 I
I
rotate
hope you
through.
have a couple.
Yeah.
Just the same. You're like the Mandalorian. I've never seen you take your freaking hat off. Doesn't remove his helmet.
Well, it's just.
He lives by the bounty hunter code.
Oh, now I get that reference. Sorry, that took me a second.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, she went in there and just went up to the counter. She's like, "Hi, just wanted to stop by.
I'm Junkie's mom."
And they're like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening." And then she like FaceTimed me, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" Like, it's cool.
Are you cool with those guys? Like you know them all?
Oh yeah,
Like,
not all. No, Hetty's Hideout. Mainly everyone knows Cobb. The guy with like curly blonde hair. He does all the live drops. That's pretty much who's known there. And then Brian, the manager.
Okay.
that's funny. My mom never got to go into any shops, so
Really?
it would be cool. Like I said, it would be funny. Just like I hear her calling, like, "Oh my god, I just talked to these people.
I
saw your bong. It was awesome."
What'd you think when you first got into glass blowing and shit?
My mom loved the fact that I was a glass blower. She died like 2012, but she loved the fact that I was a glass blower. I mean, she would always like every year Christmas ornaments. I mean, she has a huge collection of glass of mine. Like, well, not my dad has it now, but it's still at their house in the big cabinet over the years. So yeah, between my mom and my sister, I think they have probably the hugest collection of stuff. Your family probably has a bunch of your shit. You probably just keep a lot of shit too. Like I said, you're a collector. You got just shit. It always blows me away when I see just like the prep work that he has laying around. Just shit that he just keeps and he just holds on to it for years. He has like drawers and jars and buckets and shit full of marbles. So I'm like, dude, I would use every one of those things on a spoon. Like everyone. Dude, I don't have anything laying around.
I'll send you guys a video when I get home.
You have a lot of prep?
Oh, I like close to 200 eyes.
Jesus. Like if you go out to my booth, what's laying there is what I have. I have nothing hidden, no hidden stashed marbles or freaking anything. What I have is what I have. And I use everything. I hardly everything. Like if anything's laying around for too long, I'll just turn it into a fucking ugly spoon or some shit.
I think the thing is like I get into like a prep work mode, which I'm sure you're.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, you're just like I just want to bang out prep. That's all I want to do.
That's why
right now.
we're working with him because, like I said, I can go out there anytime and be like, "Hey, I want to make a piece. Oh, here, take this." He has like a pile of shit ready to go for me. I hate prep work. It's like my least.
I love it.
I'm glad you guys do because I fucking hate it. I like to build shit. I just like to be the builder.
I like making parts.
Well, we use you.
Yeah.
We use people like you.
But all right. Well, friggin' anything else new? Any other good stories you got?
Not that I can think of. No.
I guess my mom was hanging out with everybody last week. Like she said, she was hanging out with Rob Whitefire.
Oh, at Marcel's thing?
No,
or did he go to that movie premiere?
He was there for the opening of the movie. Pipetown opened up, and
that's good for Rob. He went on shout out Rob. He went on the
went on a trip. Went and worked with Marcel, and
Whitefire helped us out at Melt a lot. He's one of our great helpers.
He hung out with my mom. He told her what a good ping pong player I was, and to which I told her, I was like, well, didn't he mention what a good cornhole player I am? Because I kicked his ass at cornhole.
Hey, I kicked his ass too. I stepped my game up at cornhole this year.
No, it was really cool. No
Humble.
problem.
I stepped my game up, man. I learned.
You did.
I never learned how to play before. That was the most I've ever played. I'm excited now to actually play some more.
We played some serious. Did you watch any of that live broadcast I did? I had my camera on for an hour on the Melt pages. We were drunk as fuck playing cornhole.
Like at Melt?
For me? I mean,
No,
It was focused on me and Rob.
Oh shit!
It was. I just set it on and I forgot about it. Me and Rob were just drunk as we were just super.
I gotta
drunk on
say,
that side.
you guys were fucking lit, dude.
We were.
I mean, falling down like they would throw bags and take 3 steps forward and fall on the ground and shit. Like they were drunk.
Yeah, we were pretty drunk.
That next day, you guys, I don't think you woke up till like 2 or 3 o'clock.
I
in the afternoon.
didn't get up until 2
we were
or
up
3.
at work and 9 in the morning, and he never came up to like 2.
Oh my God.
Like, it was a rough night, but they were falling down.
Yeah, I was falling in because we decided to play like this time we're gonna play where we throw under our legs. All right, this time we're gonna play where we throw under our legs backwards.
It was me and Paul and Rob and him, and like we were playing. Like, every shot had to be over your head, like slam dunking or under the leg or behind the back. So we tried like every style we could do.
I've got 60 minutes of video that I literally forgot that I set up. I went down there and got my phone the next morning, and it had just broadcast and it broadcasted live on Instagram on our Melt page.
Did you get some comments on that shit? I like to read the comments.
People were probably commenting.
That's what I'm saying. I like to see some of the comments.
Yeah,
you don't get to see that stuff when it's happening.
When it's happening, you see the comments. If you're actually doing a live broadcast, you see it but so they might be recorded on the screen.
Did you save it?
Yeah.
Then it's
I've never done
it on there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We should watch that sometime.
I've never made a live broadcast, so
it would be funny to see
Really?
that.
yeah,
You should do it.
I don't ever use my stories or any of that, like that story shit.
Oh, you gotta.
I never.
You gotta, man. That's,
Like I've never done it.
That's
I use
more
it.
important.
Occasionally, like when somebody sends me something they share to their story,
You
like, it'll be a
repost
message.
it,
I'll
yeah.
just hit. I don't even actually know if I'm even doing it, so I don't actually know how that works.
I gotta
I'm not
teach
very
you.
tech
Can
savvy.
you grab me? Would you grab me a beer, or I can, but I feel like I'll be getting up and walking behind Junkie. And thank you.
You might as well drink Junkie Martinis.
I'm drinking it.
Don't encourage me.
So
Yeah.
let's
So let's see what else is that. You guys
Well, let's
made
do
this
a quick-
nice itinerary. Okay, let's we want to do our giveaway. We got 2 giveaways
Well,
basically today. We got to announce our giveaway of the Melt Swag Pack, and then we also have a giveaway for this week's episode. It's going to be a new Junkie pendant, and then So let's announce the winner.
Okay, so do we have our winner?
Yes, we do.
We're doing a random number generator.
Well, we already did. We did it right before the show,
okay.
And the winner was Kristen Zaremba.
Zaremba.
We picked our winner from our YouTube subscribers, and I just want to say that the people that are subscribing that didn't make it public, we weren't allowed to pick from you guys. So if you, not that you need to tell the world that you're following Breaking Glass, but that did limit our selection. I don't even know why I had to tell you that. I probably just kind of ruined. Could have kept that to myself.
Well, Kristen, you got yourself a Melt t-shirt, a Melt sweatshirt of your size. You got a Melt poster, limited edition, and you're getting a little sticker pack
and a koozie.
and a koozie. So we will have to get a hold of you. And
But with a name like Kristen, you might already have your own koozie. No, that's just a joke. We're just getting fresh on here. Hey, she's like I said, I was gonna say Kristen should be happy that people didn't announce their subscription publicly because it led to you winning tonight. And so congratulations, we love our subscribers. We want to build up our YouTube subscribers, and that was for all you guys.
And what's the new? We're gonna have a new one. We did last time Junkie was here. He gave away a beanie. I forget who won that, but I forget how it even worked. But we're gonna do it this time. But I think it's gonna be through Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, we should do it that
You
way.
got your beanie there.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a sweet pendant.
fresh one.
opal eye.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's
Yep.
got
6 mil white opal
6 mil
coin,
white opal.
phase beanie, and phase space iris.
We'll take some photos of that.
We'll
and
put her up on the
thing.
we'll put up on the webpage. We'll run for a little bit, but what we want to make sure this week is that we're going to try to give a shout out to Junkie Dealer.
Yep.
That's his manager. This guy has a manager. That's right.
Yep. Professional as fuck.
So, yeah, we'll put that up, and you'll make the rules and put the post up on Instagram. Both of them. Well, once you post it or whatever, we'll post it up. So here, as soon as this episode drops, look for it a day or two after. We'll put it right out.
Yeah, and we like to, and we'll give it a little bit of hang time. We'll definitely let it run for like a week or two.
No, I say like 3 days.
All right,
I'm telling you, man. You got
the fire.
You got to do that shit quick. That shit gets old real
I agree.
fast.
Well, I like to give it hang time just to get more, but you're right. You let it.
Because between now and then, there could be someone that got stabbed with a Norwal tusk.
Yeah, you could be walking across the bridge,
and then your news is old news.
Yep.
So
For real. That shit's already old news.
Right.
You guys didn't
So-
hear about it.
That is.
So, well, we did the giveaway. So, a real quick question. This guy's been to pretty much all 3 melts.
all 4.
Four, so I should
We
say.
want a junkier review. I like that junkier.
Yeah. Junkier review.
We want a junkier. We gave you our review, but now let's get the junkier review.
Somebody that's been to all 4 of them. I don't know why I said 3, but yeah, this makes 5 years. You've been to 4 of them.
This makes.
This year
I
coming
was
up.
at 3.
This year coming up.
This makes 5 years.
But I'm saying he's actually been to all 4 of them. You have the same amount of clout that we do with it. Because you've been to all of them.
Yeah.
And he always buys his ticket, and he always still just comes and volunteers and helps too. So he's a big supporter, which we appreciate. And that's how we actually kind of really started getting to know him and stuff. Because the first year of Melt, he was there hanging out, and he stuck around. Like a lot of people ditched us.
Second year of Mel.
Second year, yeah.
The first year,
He ditched like everybody else.
No. Actually, hear me out. The first year, I was alone. I didn't know anyone inside the glass community, and I buddied up with Kevin Engelman. Still solid with that guy to this day. And when Friday night, when everyone broke down and everyone's gone partying, I was just kind of antisocial. I just started picking up glass and trash in the tennis courts. Mm-hmm. I was like, I just want to give back to these guys. I don't know who they are. And then just started picking up stuff.
Yeah.
Help out. And then I left, I think at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah, I woke up early. I just couldn't sleep and then just left. But then the second year, that's when I just...
I remember you stayed and kicked it, and you helped take
Yeah,
the
you hung
tents
up. I
down,
definitely
and,
remember. Yeah, you hung up that.
Yeah, you kicked it for a while, and then you were like, "Hey, if you need more help, whatever," And then even this year's Melt, you
Didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he's too famous. He's too famous.
Yeah.
now.
Way too famous.
He's way too famous to hang out.
But you
Stay
did buy your ticket. You won the Michigan Glass Project ticket.
Yep. I
that's
donated
pretty
to charity.
cool. That was awesome.
Well, you paid money for it. I mean,
I paid a lot less than what it would be, but
I thought it was a couple hundred. I thought it basically still went for 9. Didn't go for
$9.50.
Oh, so you saved a couple $100.
you saved $150.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was me
No, that's
and Tortress.
Oh,
It
really?
was literally just me and her battling back and forth. I put down.
did she come this year?
No, she's only came that 1 year.
I can't believe she'd be willing to go up to $900 and just not buy a ticket.
ticket. That's what I'm saying.
I talked to her after I went up to her. I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, that was me." She's like, "What?" I was like, "It was just you and me battling back and forth." She's like, "Ah, damn." I was like, "I would have bought a ticket regardless." She's like, "Well, then why didn't you let me win?" I was like, "Well, then why don't you just get a ticket? Who cares?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She
I-
didn't come.
I would pay full price, even if it was for the charity.
I kept hoping she would come back.
Yeah, I'm shocked that she hasn't. I ran into her at the airport last year.
Oh,
Just
you did?
randomly, I was flying home, and she was I was actually
Vegas
no,
or something,
but I
though?
was in Atlanta or some shit, and I was just walking by. I was like, "Hey," I was like, "What's up?" And just like,
It's Katie, right? I've always
Katie.
Yeah, no, I always thought she would come back.
But I'm shocked that if she was willing to go $900 on an auction, that she wouldn't just bite the bullet and buy a $1,100, or you can just buy a spectator ticket.
You know what? She might live pretty far away. I don't know where she lives.
North Carolina. She could drive easy.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Asheville. She's Asheville resident, I believe. Yeah. I could be wrong, but it's definitely North Carolina. But,
Well, that's cool. You got it though, and like I said, I knew you would have bought one regardless.
Yeah.
So actually, we lost money because
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Somebody else would have got that ticket, and then you would have still bought one, and then we would have been in the hole,
I feel like that's all irrelevant because someone would have bought it.
Somebody would have bought
So-
it. Yeah.
So she would have bought it for $900. So you
Yeah.
got-
Well, we're off
I'm
subject.
glad.
Go back to Melt. Give us your Junkie review.
Yeah, of this year specifically.
This year,
what anything stand out for you or?
Excuse me.
Oh, it totally stands out. Other than I am MVP in dodgeball. That's well known.
I will give you that. I was pretty
it.
impressed. Yeah, you actually did pretty well this year.
I was so fucking drunk before that was about to go on. And I was like, I don't know if I should do this. And then I just got into like Bruce Lee mode, just like going back and forth, just like ready to go each time. But I straight up played like 3 hours. I was non-stop.
Yeah.
And I got fucked in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
The last match.
Who fucked you?
Well, everyone got out, and there's 6 people on the other team.
You got fucked by 6 dudes?
Yeah, I got fucked by 6 dudes. But like, all right, so I'm like the last one left. I'm slowly picking people off, and then homie just hits me with one. I try to dodge it, and it's done. And I feel horrible.
I feel like that's all on video. Like I taped most of that or something.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
There's some clips.
I have one where I definitely have some video of you where it's just like you by yourself playing against people.
I missed all the dodgeball this year.
Oh, dude.
I honestly, after that chicken wing thing, man, after we served dinner and like we were feeding everybody all the crap, and it was like about like 10 o'clock, my guts were just like twisted. I mean, I just felt sick. And I just went up and laid down for a while, and I went up and laid down to about midnight, and then across the microphone, that's when Stellar was like, I need help. I need to fix these fryers. Like, I had to wake up, get out and get the fryers hooked up for his fish fry. So I did get back up, but I went to bed early Friday. I mean, I went to bed and laid down, and then actually stayed up for a couple hours, and then went back to bed early, like 4 o'clock in the morning. That was my early day the whole week.
Pretty much every
Friday this year was the fuck day. I had that guy that drunk.
Every single night, I was up till at least 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Every single night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Monday was good. Like I hung out with Jay Howard.
Jason?
You know, Jason Howard.
Yep.
He slammed bottles of whiskeys.
Nice.
Hung out with BMFT.
Yep. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Really nice guy.
Fucking-
I love talking to him. And then
yeah, he's the best.
a cool thing I would do is when people were at the fire, usually BMF was there, and I would go there and just fuck with people. I was doing this Would You Rather from Your Mom's House podcast. And I would just walk up. Like one time I walked up. BMF already heard this one, but like Firefly, Chaka, a bunch of other people was there. I was like, so would you rather eat your mom out or have your mom suck your dick?
That's gross. Your mom's listening to this.
That's an easy choice.
Is it? And
Hey, she's going to know right now what you prefer.
I didn't answer, but I was asking the questions.
Hey, Jeremy, you shut up. I hear you laughing. Your mom's hot.
Well, the next two of us.
We love Dar. But, so what was your answers?
Oh, Firefly just looked at me. He was like, fuck you. That's so gross. Chaka's just dying because he actually knows the inside joke. He knows that question. No, everyone was just like, you're disgusting, and why would you say that? And
Did you offend some people?
Oh, I'm sure the people that didn't talk, yeah.
They're just sitting
Who were
there
they?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Let's call them out.
I wish we did. Yeah.
No clue. There's a lot of people at that fire. There's constant people around that fire.
Oh, yeah.
This whole time, like they were really hanging.
Well, it was
out.
like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was pretty busy. Tuesday, not so much, but.
No, I was there. What?
Were you there one night when somebody just yelled at another person at the fire?
No.
Okay, then we're not going to talk about it.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
I missed all the good drama. I didn't see any drama.
No, so on fire Tuesday night there was some drama. There was some fighting at the fire. I only heard.
Oh, really?
You don't have to say who they are.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying. That's why
I missed the guy falling on his face at the dodgeball.
Yeah, luckily there was.
That might have been me.
No. There's the one guy that
No, it was
the guy that was there that was peeing on people and stuff.
The guy that ended up getting so wasted he peed on somebody in their cabin.
He was this like dude that showed up with the guy from the shop in town that you stopped at today.
Yeah.
He works there.
He peed on them.
No, not that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian peed on everybody.
Apparently he's been fired since that.
Has he?
I think either they put him on like a really long suspension
I say
for just fucking up so
he
much.
really
and just
did
being a
have
jackass.
he had that really
Couldn't handle his
back.
alcohol and just fell on his face. There's great pictures of it. I didn't get to see it, but apparently there's a video of it. And then like Brian made that shot with him just faking. He did face planted.
Missed
You
that.
remember that guy that just was like, what about? It was like going out super drunk in the court talking to people.
Well, dude, I was.
That was you.
I know. No, I was super drunk.
And I heard there was a
semi
semi good choke out.
Yeah, there was a choke out that happened. You didn't see that.
So, like
Oh, we
jujitsu.
knew.
Just a little choke
There was like
out.
a little disagreement outside the dodgeball, and somebody choked somebody out
We missed it.
in a crowd with everybody watching. And
Dude, I was
and I'm not going to name
really
any names
drunk.
except Josh Yunk separated them.
Oh, nice.
He stepped up and stopped the final choke out, saying, "Hey, no, this
Everybody's
is
like, boo! Let him choke! Yeah, I actually didn't see nothing.
I missed that.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I missed all the action.
well,
Friday.
we'll cut. I'll tell you later."
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think there's some other funny shit that happened there.
Well, along
Funny shit
those
that happened.
lines, I mean, like, you know,
Funny shit that happened was Salt and Rossberg one night I'm in my cabin, which was in a terrible spot. It was right on the corner where everybody was driving by all night. And one night I just hear drunk people drive up, and I look out my window because people have been trying to get in my car all night, and it's parked around. I open up my window and I see these two guys walk. I know Blake is in the gym because I can see the gym from my window. And these guys walk up to Blake's cart, literally reach in his cart. I see them. They take his key out of the thing, just throw it on the ground, and start to drive off. And I'm like, yelling out my window, "That's Blake's cart!" And then Blake walks out of the gym, and it's Salt and Rosberg. And they thought Blake had stolen their cart, and it wasn't theirs.
Oh,
Then they walk from Blake's cart all the way over to my cart right outside my window, and I'm just watching them. I don't say anything. And as soon as they sit down in my cart, I'm like, "Hey, that's my cart." And they're like, "What?" Because they can't see me because I'm in the window, and like, "Oh, we thought that was ours."
it is
They
on.
were drunk
It's one
as
of the.
fuck,
It's one of the
too.
most ongoing problems. People stealing cards.
Cart theft. Yeah, there needs to be a tattoo. For
Well, we go back and we talk about Melt and all these things,
Yeah.
and like, you know, you've been coming for 4 years, and since that time, you know, you've got a pretty big boost in popularity.
Yeah, man. I mean, like this year, I got all my dream collabs, and you know, I had collab with Tim Dreyer.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That was huge for me because really appreciated his work, and we had a bunch of fun talks.
I was very
too.
glad
was-
that he came.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really happy, man. I talked to him for a long time about shit.
Well, I'm
and
hoping
he's
he
a
wants to
good
come
guy.
back.
Oh, I know.
Everybody loved him. Like being
Everyone.
there. Everybody was like so
Everyone.
happy he was there.
I would say he was definitely the most watched artist the
Yeah.
whole time.
He's just got more knowledge. We wanted him from year one, from year one, and he has more knowledge than any motherfucker. I mean, he just knows more than the next 20 glass blowers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
He knows his shit.
And I also got the dream collab in with Salt.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I got 2 in with them, so that's
Nice.
So now
Good
you,
for
like
me.
I said, you're getting to be pretty popular. You got some private shows going. You know, your own
know.
personal shows.
Are you doing private shows?
Yeah, lap dances
Sweet.
what is it called? Chatterbait? Yeah.
Chatterbait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
at the junkie.
My free cams. Junkie cam.
I gotta find that bitch.
So, what are you doing with this fame? You
Are
changing?
you using it for good?
Yeah, you changing the world. I mean,
No, I'm.
one beanie at a time.
I don't
You're
think
not trying
so.
to save the Norwell whales.
Any beanie babies in your future?
Well, that was actually an idea I wanted to do was beanie babies.
Mm.
So you just make little tiny beanie babies. You know?
You should do that. You should make
Right.
the little mini ones and put them in little boxes.
Nah,
give little
like-
names, little stories.
No, like the beanie babies. Remember
Yeah.
beanie babies?
Yeah, I do
Like a
remember.
little stuffed animal, but it's like an beanie.
Aren't
Oh,
they-
yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they
Yeah,
from
like that.
Pennsylvania?
You should do a stuffed
they
one.
from,
That'd be
like,
great.
right?
Yeah. I
Do a
think that's-
pillow.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Well, I think it's a great idea. Yep.
Yeah.
I
But,
also think you need to do like a full fetus with an umbilical cord wearing a beanie.
Funny you say that.
And
I used to make fetus pendants.
Oh, dude, you definitely need to throw a beanie baby and throw a
I should throw it back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you used to do fetus pendants and now you do beanies,
Yep.
you need to do a beanie fetus.
Beanie Phoenix.
There's a cat on the football field.
Oh, this was from before. That was like week 9.
This is why they shouldn't have the
Sorry,
TV
that was
on.
very no.
Yeah.
That's pretty
This
important.
is exactly why me and Jeremy said TV shouldn't
Hey,
be on.
I didn't
Yeah,
know-
but I like that.
But no, hey, we appreciate you. You proved our point. That's what we wanted.
Hey, I'm not even looking.
Yeah, but they can look it up.
Yeah,
It's football day, man. I
It
wanted
is.
to watch. My team
It's-
lost. The Niners lost by 3 points.
Oh, that's the
And
first time I heard about that.
well, it was excellent game, 17-20, and I mean it went down to the last 3
Was it
seconds,
Ravens?
and it was pouring down rain. The Ravens are the Niners and the Ravens are the 2 best teams in the NFL right now. So that was a fucking challenge. They were at the Ravens. It was pouring down rain. Came down to the last 3 seconds. So really, I can't hold it against them. It was a good game. Both teams played like awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, good for them.
Yep.
It's not over. It's still, they're still the ranked number 1 in their division. So,
Yeah.
but hey, the Ravens are good. And like I said, if that would have been to San Francisco, probably would have been reversed. It would have been back and forth. So it's where they play at.
All of what you said is as much as I know about how my car's fucked up.
Yeah, it sucks. He got here today and they went out for supplies, vodka and such, and apparently his car overheated. We'll try to get it fixed for you this week, tomorrow, maybe. Or hopefully we can get some work done maybe then.
Well, yeah, we might actually get work done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had an agenda here for this show, and I guess we can move into that because we've been talking about doing this for a while, but we always review movies and shows and all that kind of bullshit, and we keep saying we were going to review the new, well, not even new now, it's old, Blown Away off Netflix. So we were going to talk about Soft Glass, and we're going to get into all that. So this week we figured since we're going to talk about...
I was hoping something else.
Well, we're going to talk about Soft Glass. We're talking about the Blown Away show. So we figured for the tool of the week, we would start off with jacks and for trophies because they're huge Soft Glass tools. And, this is one of those tools where you don't really use them. And you say you have a pair of mini jacks?
Mini jacks from Griffin Glass Tools.
I don't even know what I would do with that. They look useless.
This is my favorite glass blowing tool. By far, hands down, since I've been a glass blower. I love the jacks. I like to make a lot of cups, so it's definitely a traditional tool for making goblets, but it stems from soft glass, and that's why it's good for this week, because we're getting into all that. But, basically it's an Italian tool, they made it for Italian glass blowers, and, it's basically made for shaping and pulling the excess glass off or separating the moil from the punny.
Do you know when it was first invented?
The jacks? No, I have no clue. Do you know
Google that?
I doubt it.
Red?
That'd be
I want to
crazy.
see. Yeah, because I'm wondering right now.
I would definitely say it'd have to be like 1,200, 1,100. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Italian glass blowing stems way back to the Venetian glass blowers, and they were using these tools. I mean, it's a simple tool, but it's used for so many purposes. I mean, it's this is the Perchofis. So the Perchofis are traditionally wood for soft glass. So they're wood pieces that would go on and off. These are made by Jim Moore, and they're graphite, so you can actually change them out if you need to get different ones if they break or whatever. But they never heat up.
Were they like soaked in water like general
The wood ones are.
tools?
The wood ones are always soaked in water.
And were they like wooden extensions on a metal
Just like that,
Oh,
yes.
interesting.
Metal extension with wooden things.
Oh, wow.
And I actually love both these tools. The trophies are great because you don't need to wax them. The jacks, you have to constantly wax them and, use them in the tools so it doesn't stick.
These?
No, the metal ones.
Oh, the metal. Oh, okay.
So these you got to wax as you're using them.
Okay.
And you have to keep them waxed because the metal gets hot. It'll
Yeah.
stick to the glass.
I think the jacks look cool. They look like a cool tool.
Well, it's great because
Yeah,
it's multi-purpose.
definitely.
You can use it to do that. As you're blowing soft glass, you'll see the guys using it. And as they're rolling it, they'll have somebody puffing and rolling the thing, and they'll use it to shape the glass to make it stretch out. They use it to separate the moil. They use it to open up the lips. So it has multiple purposes. Plus, it has the flat end. They use it to flatten.
Yeah.
So it has multiple uses if you get into using it properly. It's a great tool, and I can't live without it as making goblets. I mean, I use it constantly. It's like I use it even when I'm making my blowpipe. It's like you guys do the whole trick where you push the shit down on a blowpipe and pop it off, whatever. Like,
no, I do not know what you're talking about.
Like you heat up a ball, you push the hollow tube down, you let it cool, and then you pop the little thing off to open up your blowpipe.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cold.
So he does shit like that. I pop a hole in it, and then I use my jacks. And I use my jacks to open up every tiny little hole. I use them to open up all my points, all my freaking
I use a reamer.
Well, that's why I use my mini jacks. That's why the mini jacks are perfect for opening up little holes for mouthpieces or anything like that. It's like.
What about your tiny reamer?
Yeah, no, you can use that too. But like sometimes when it's super tiny.
I've got a super tiny reamer.
Well, that works too. I mean,
I have all that too, but I use these for everything because this has that little point. You can stick one end in and open it up. And then once you get two in, and then you can just slowly open it up. And once you learn the feeling of these things, I mean, it really is my favorite glass blowing tool. And I just, like I said, it's a perfect segue. I mean, the Perchofis are just the same thing. I love them a lot too because you never wax them. Once you got something big and you want to keep working it in the flame, you can just hold that thing in there. It never sticks.
Do you find anything, Red?
Nothing.
Really?
You probably have to
the original date.
It's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be a hard tool to trace, I would think.
Yeah, but
It's such an old tool.
Because they're called jacks. Maybe the guy's
but
name was Jack.
No, I doubt that.
Like something.
The guy's name was Jack.
Yeah, I don't know. Back in the
No,
Venetian
that's the guy
days,
that invented the jack.
the jack off.
Well, who invented jerking off?
I'd say the first man alive.
Google it.
Adam.
He invented it.
Probably Adam.
Yeah, that's it.
But anyway,
If you swing religious.
it's a good tool we could
Adam.
segue into because we
Let's
want to talk.
segmate.
Well, we want to talk about.
Let's spegmate.
soft glass in general. When we watch this
Speaking of
show.
masturbation.
So we've all seen it. Netflix original series.
You actually haven't seen the end. You don't know how it ended.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't care. It's like I already knew what was going to happen, and it was honestly in my take.
Well, so you had preconceived.
Oh, we have videos of this.
Dude, it was.
I did have videos of
We
this.
have videos of this. We will release
I will
this
never
later.
release them. They'll have to be released on the
special
You got-
edition.
edit them. You gotta edit them.
NC-17 version.
Dude,
And you have to bleep them if I send you these videos.
Yeah.
we watched it last night the
I
whole way through.
videotaped him yelling at the TV last night.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, was it?
You would have to
No,
bleep
you.
what he was saying. You
How
cannot
was it
put
funny
that
though?
out.
No,
I mean,
you were funny.
I think the show itself
You were angry.
is very
That's the
lacking.
funny part.
And
Which is funny.
they
yes.
could have picked so many other better glass blowers, and people that just maybe had a little bit of a personality that was like just not so. They covered like all their stops.
Oh, they had a personality.
Yeah, but then they try to like, they had the girl that was like, every single piece has to have a name and an idea behind it, even though they all look like pieces of shit. Oh my God, this is like the dreams of the children's lives from freaking.
They're starving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like some bullshit. It's like, really? That's what you thought when you made that? You just didn't come up and just make that piece. It doesn't have to have a fucking story. And that's what I don't like about shit like that, when they have to, like, every single piece you make has to have a name. And it's like, why? Why? Just make something that you want to make. It doesn't have to have some goddamn fucking theory behind it. And, like, I don't know. It was really upsetting me. The people narrating it and, like, kind of keeping it going and asking the questions, it's like, why the fuck are you here? And why are you... Why? Just why in general. Why all around? They could have did better.
It's really hard to digest. That's all I'll tell you.
Yeah,
it is. It's like, they're really trying to push the conceptual edge. They had a group of people whose experience levels were all so random that you had to like give permission to people that didn't have the same experience level and be like, all right, well, we're going to try to entertain your conceptual nature because you're not as skilled as these other people doing this.
There was guys that were blown glass for 2 years.
Yeah,
and guys blown glass 30 years.
A lot of weak
they
spots
should've-
to it. It was hard to
There
watch.
should have been a criteria where it was like you should be blown glass between 5 and 10 years for this episode.
Yeah. I mean,
for this
it-
season.
I mean,
then next year it
yeah.
could go to like 15 years plus, or like 1 to 2 year. You can't just put somebody in there that's not been blown glass. And of course they're the ones that get eliminated. And
Yeah.
dude, the one guy broke his piece and piled all this shit up on a fucking table and called it like memories of fucking sunsets past or some bullshit. I don't know what it even was. I actually have no clue. I'm just making all that up. But it was just some super gay shit like that. Like,
There's one.
what?
No,
Okay, so
that's good.
when I say gay, I'm not.
I know. PC though.
Yeah, PC babies.
Just say fag if you're going to say gay.
And it's not that I care about that, but it's just like, hey, we're taking it back. But what
I don't know where that comment falls. Like, I don't think
Oh, that was good. You can't follow that.
You
That was
guys
good.
get what I'm saying, though. Is like,
Yes.
you can't just pull that shit off, and like they just make it so dramatic, and Jesus, it was a terrible show. I really didn't like
it
it.
was pretty
And
terrible.
I followed.
the judge. I mean okay. If I could say one nice thing about it, is I did like how it had a rotating judge every week that was kind of
A specialist in
a
something.
specialist in what they're doing. Now, granted, they had the most useless input on terms of the material, but at least it brought, as far as like from the judging component, it was kind of cool that they brought in somebody different every week. But the other two people that were the in-house judges were, I still do not know who the host is and why he was even part of it. He only ever offered the most ridiculous stuff. And then the woman that was the person that was apparently worked.
She's all like a
corny.
No, she's not at Corny. She's
No?
at a University of California.
Oh.
She's at one of the schools there and doing glass. And she was not really useful either. She seemed like one of those academics. And again, like I hate academics when it comes to art. They're the worst. And that's why that show had that. It was so. They really tried to have concept and stuff like that, and that's fine. But it was just
Well, she's walking around asking dumbass questions, and she's like literally like, the guy blowing glass has been blowing glass longer than you've been a teacher.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you think you know over his? And it's like, well, why do you think you should be doing that? I'm like, who gives a fuck? Let them make a piece of glass. Give them a fucking idea. Just let them make it. And then they just try to they do that stupid television crap where they'd have to throw these like backstories into shit. And like I said, that one woman was so impoverished and freaking been so downtrodden and seen all the horrors of life, and she was like, what, 27? You know?
Which one? Momo?
No, well, her too.
Oh, the one with the
glasses.
The deep voice. The cigarette voice.
No, the one with the glasses.
The blonde.
The cute one with the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
The hip decanter. And she got thrown out on that. I think that's the one that she lost on, was that hip decanter, yeah. But
I don't know, the way they picked things and how they judged it.
Is there a good example of that type of show? How about that? Is there a good example?
Ink Masters.
They still do the cheesiness of it.
Well, the cheesiness with it, and also the wrong thing about it is like, we're gonna give you 5 hours to do a fucking tattoo. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? These tattoos should take a lot longer, and you should do them right. You're literally putting it on someone's fucking body.
Well, that's a good point.
That's a huge thing.
Most tattoos. Most tattoos take 2 to 3 hours.
There's still a tattoo that's a 5-hour tattoo that's good.
That's my point. They're like, make sure you do something crazy and push it and do it super fast. You know, it's like, dude, you're putting this on someone's body. You should probably take the time to do whatever tattoo it is.
No offense, that doesn't really answer my question if there's a good example of this type of show.
Well, the whole format. I'm sorry, that's my angry point. The whole format is the same way. It's like intense music,
right? But and it's the same thing with Forged to Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that corniness. That whole corniness thing is all the same. This one's a lot worse, and I think it's a lot worse, to be fair, because we're in the glass community.
I think that's what it is. I think we have such high expectations for it because we know glass blowing and are into the glass scene. And when you see that, you're like, Jesus Christ, this is us.
I want to believe I'm judging this just on its own merits, regardless if I'm a glass worker or not. I'm just as lame as it sounds, as an artist or whatever, just watching that show, whether it was if that show could have been about any type of art material, but how they tried to push.
If you had zero understanding about glass blowing and you watched it,
I would still think I'd be like, God, they're pushing this conceptual bullshit so much that I just can't even get behind it. And I would have looked at the disparities between the skill levels, being like, how could a guy that's been doing this for 30 plus years be competing against this person who's been doing it for 4 years? It was just to have a group of 10 people with multiple decades of experience level difference. That's not even.
We said that originally. That was 100%
right off the bat,
a deal breaker.
And so at that point, sorry about that. At that point, they're like, then that's why they tried to put more weight into this whole conceptual side of it, and they tried to make it more artistic. And that's when you just get into the kind of like.
I don't think the woman that won it had the skills that would beat some of these other guys. I think they were better glass blowers.
But did she have better ideas?
I don't know, man. Some of those other guys. I think that one.
He kind of backpedaled a little bit.
Some of them.
I think that clean cut guy, like the dude that did all the scientific weird shit. I thought he had better.
He was the absolute, no doubt. He was the best most talented person on there was him.
But that older guy too,
in terms of skill, technical ability, and his conceptual ideas were. They kind of matched his technical.
Well, they're taking applications now for season 2.
Yeah,
and I just
can't believe they have. They're not. To me, that broad application thing tells me they haven't learned anything from that first season. If they're just making it open, if they're not saying like we are taking applications for people with 10 years experience.
Well, I think the problem is it's probably kind of hard to get 10 people that can actually leave their everything. Yeah. For 3 months, because that's the requirement. You have to be gone for up to 3 months.
Yeah, it was a long time, but again, like you can't just go in there and do that type of exhaustive creative. But if they did, it'd be more of an athletic event. But like, yeah, if they space it out over 3 months, that makes it hard. But if they really went in there and said, "We're doing this,"
but if they would listen to somebody that's in the game, you should pick brackets. But God, they should be people that have been blowing glass for 5 to 10 years. Also, blowing glass 15 years plus.
Also, how the fuck did they whittle it down to them? Because there definitely was more people that probably. Yeah, how did that get whittled down? I mean, that's what I'm wondering.
Honestly,
compatibility, likability. They saw that girl with her fucking 8 pairs of glasses, and they're like, "Oh, we need that," and we need this chick with this bowl cut from fucking Dumb and Dumber.
It's like a diversity pick, but. Yeah,
it was diversity. It was a diversity pick.
In terms of like,
they had Asian, they had
not just like ethnic,
black,
just like every type of person.
They had every type of person.
There was no black person, was there?
Yeah, that kid.
He was out first.
Yeah, he wasn't. No, he made it to like the second or third round.
I think he was the first person out.
The second.
The second person out was that.
The
first
manager. Kevin, the long haired hippie dude that broke his glass. He was the first.
All right.
His name was Kevin.
Well, I'll tell you what. Again, I just have to point out, I was honestly. I wanted to say something.
He put a broken power glass on the table and said that. What do you name it? Like I said,
I don't think he named it anything.
Yeah, they all had names.
Well, I think he humbly admitted I fucked up. Pretty sure he did that.
He tried to play it off.
I don't remember that. Can't confirm. Don't know.
Say what you want to say.
Forget it. Seriously, dude. This is why somebody commented literally the other day, hey, Kevin, let Josh say that.
Whatever.
That's why. I'm like, 4 times trying to make a point.
He's really riled up about this.
Yeah, I know. I was. So you could tell from last night. It was like I didn't think there'd even be this much of a conversation about it.
Will be released.
Really?
Uncensored.
I didn't think you were going to be able to talk about it.
Dude, you were watching it today, and I was just like, what the fuck?
That's my point. I was watching today, and you were like, what the fuck? I was like, well, I'm going to...
To be fair, you have football on.
No, and
we watched it last night.
Yeah, you guys watched a lot of it last night, but I just had to force myself. I forced myself to finish it. It was not. It did not really entertain me. I was watching it for just the ability to criticize it, really, and in the end, I just didn't like it.
I saw a lot of these people on Facebook. I mean, Torch Talk did a whole big long thing about it.
They did.
Well, there was a big feed about it. Somebody said, "Oh, your thoughts," and then it got tons and tons of views, and Mike keeps it pretty classy on there, so he's not letting people fight or really be negative. So he pretty much was just right off the bat, no negative posts.
Does he delete comments?
He will. He'll do that because, like I said, he's got to be clean because it's a huge format of people, and they are trying to be family friendly for everybody.
This is the problem with Twitter,
Well, we're not like that. And I was on there. I saw the people posting, some people right off the bat would try to get in there and say, keep this nice, because people were raging like I was, because they could have did a better job. You got a comment from somebody, or you got into some kind of
that was
about somebody saying about a Torch Talk, an actual flame working episode, well, they were like, let's do a flame working season, let's have flame workers do this. And the person whoever was just some person that just dismissed flame working as just pipes, and it's you're really missing.
I
think
you're missing what's going on in lamp working.
They could do the same show. They could be make a pendant this week, make a pipe this week, make a goblet this week, flame working, but I think it would be more entertaining. I just think.
Well, depending on how it's shot, that's a big thing, because the way that this show was shot is just cringy. Very cringy and
shot. What do you mean by shot? The photography of it?
The way that they place everything out, just like Ink Masters, just like Forge and Flame. It's all in this cheesy narrative.
Big warehouse. You know what I
mean?
Well, yeah, they're constructing a narrative with little clips.
Dude,
whether it's the drama of it or somebody getting upset and things like that.
Well, they take sound bites out. Like that one guy, he was putting his piece in the kiln. She's like, "Shut the door!" And he's like, what are you doing?
No running in the studio.
Yeah, stupid shit like that. And they take all these little sound bites out from people that are in the show, and they make certain people look like villains and certain people look to be.
They could do that to Mel if they filmed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They could
I wonder who the villain would be.
I'm not gonna say that.
I'm not sure either.
I know exactly who.
Villain and Mel.
Yeah, villain, but dude,
who's the villain?
Fucking guy. Villain? No, I was thinking more of this fucking guy every time.
Who is it?
Every time. It's little things.
I'm dying to know.
It's little things. It's little things in the torch tent.
Oh, shit.
I know who it is.
See, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
So I don't get to go in there.
Hey, don't need to complain about that. Well, why not complain about that?
I'm sure that I think the drama that
stuff in his bag.
I think that I think the drama that we could have on the show could be more entertaining, because it would be real drama, except for their stupid made up drama. The shit they had on that show was kind of made up bullshit drama to fill the content.
Yeah.
They could have focused more on the actual technique and the actual people working than just their backstories and how they're trying to name stuff and what hardships they faced to fucking name this piece this.
I just wish they could have got. The deal is, just like in our industry too, it's I think you would be able to get some people from our industry, but some of those guys also make enough money in their shop they don't need to take off 2 months to go film that. And I don't know that you could get everybody to do that because they're just fine doing it. And you don't want to take a chance that you go on there and you don't look good. And some people's egos would prevent them. So, but I'm just saying, like, ultimately getting a show where you had a fair playing field of like people of equal ability is that's why like sports are cool, because you don't just arrive at the NFL and like, oh, we're just going to take 10 random people from America and ask them to run 100 yards. No, it's like, let's get like 10 qualified artists to do this. And that show does not
That's
have
what
it.
they
And
didn't do. They didn't get 10 qualified
artists. It just
artists.
weakens everything that they could put out there, and it kind of just weakens the movement.
And they're doing season 2.
And they're doing season 2, and it doesn't
I
sound
disagree.
like they're making any changes. Yeah.
I disagree. It weakens the movement.
Oh no, it's going to build hype around the movement.
You think that show strengthens like the glass movement?
I mean, anything about it being out there inside the public is the most important part. Whether it's
it doesn't have a ton to do with our movement.
Yeah, but dude, okay, so you know how we hate this a lot? My mom loves it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
People like her that don't know shit about it are going to be like...
Well, that's why they need
Cool,
people
this
like us
is-
to tell them whether it's good or bad.
Right.
So she likes the people making
Which is
knives
also
and-
good. Look how much we're talking about it. That's why I think it doesn't take away from the glass movement, because we're talking about it, whether it's hateful or positive, it just helps it because it's out there on a big platform.
I think beyond
Netflix.
glass, this just is that when it gets into the mucky muck conceptualism, which again, like I think is important, I think does have a place in your art, but it seems so illegitimate in a forced contest like that.
Yes, I
I don't think
agree.
it really helps the conversation of like, let's make this better.
It took us this long to watch it, and I just knew that we were
I
going to
think
watch
we were
it.
pretty much holding back the whole time. Like
And
the whole
the
time
fucked up thing is,
I've
I've heard enough people talk about it online and all these things. So I already knew who was going to win. I already knew all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And after seeing it, I was just like, wow. All I can say is, I mean, if you're going to give a review, I give it a thumbs fucking down.
Yeah, give it a 3.
I didn't like it.
I give it a 3 out of 10.
It wasn't entertaining for me. I mean, most people might watch us and think that we're fucking stupid as fuck.
I give it 2 peppers.
I don't think it was that great. I think they could have did better. They could have brought some people in that had a little more of a vision and just a little better idea about it.
We
And
got
as much as I like the rotating judge, I also really hated having those people's opinions.
All right, we have.
Well, that's the
on
best
glass.
part about it.
It's the tough thing. I was like, I thought it was. Yeah. It's,
All right, we are gonna move on because we have.
Oh, okay.
We have a you see me email message or a question we want to ask.
Okay.
You
go
read
ahead.
it. This is to you.
You got a better shot on angle on
This
that TV
question
than I
is
do.
to you. It says, "Where is your tattoo, Josh? Got my first one from Paul at Melt. Chill dude. Who's Paul?
Unfortunately, to
Cool
maintain
talk.
our YouTube channel, I'm not allowed to show my tattoo.
Why not?
But he said he got it
It's
from
in
Paul,
a-
so I
it's
think
a
he's mistaken.
provocative place.
He got his tattoo from Jay.
Can you put a
which
sock
is our
over it?
I can't.
Resident
Hard to
tattoo
put-
artist.
Yep.
Is that what he says, Jay? It says from Paul.
Yeah, I got my first. So, Allison, you said you got
Allison-
your first tattoo from Paul, which I'm pretty sure you mean Jeff, of course, our tattoo artist. That
No, Jay. Jason.
I mean Jay. Yeah.
Paul was the actual designer of it. So I think it was. She's probably talking about that little Millie, like the little creature, like bear creature thing that everybody got.
Yep.
Oh, Paul. Oh, okay.
So
cool.
Paul Steffen, Micro.
That's cool.
He used that tattoo. That was like the tattoo a lot of people got.
That's
so I think that's what
awesome.
she's talking about.
Oh, maybe.
You were
From
supposed to get a
first-
tattoo. You never have.
I'm not against it. It'll happen sometime.
We should get that on film.
What is your tattoo?
No, you don't have one.
No, you
He didn't get one.
you said it's on your private areas.
Yeah, I know. I got a dragon.
His whole thing, his whole penis is a huge dragon. So, yeah, when he gets aroused, it fucking puffs up. And
So you did get on your penis.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
Well, then you could just show.
Jay had to hold it in his hand the
Luckily,
whole time.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you got your first. Well, I wonder. So yeah. So you. I guess your first tattoo, if we're reading this right, was that little Nanook or the little creature from Mario Brothers 3. So that's cool. And then, but you do ask us a question, and what you were asking about was a moisture trap and an air compressor recommendation. And honestly, I don't have one from you. I don't know that there's a better or worse moisture trap.
Is this for a sandblaster?
That for your sandblaster. I mean, basically, of course, you just want to keep all the moisture and condensation out of your lines as much as you can in your compressor for a couple reasons. You know, your blaster's gun can spit water, and it tends to clog up the sand in the.
We got
in
Junkie
the
here.
blaster.
What do you think? You do a lot of blasting.
Yeah. What do you got to say on this? You got a moisture trap?
I do not. I had no clue there was such a thing.
Really?
So
I have had water come out of my thing, but I think the protocol for that is make sure. Kevin Engelman told me.
you empty your compressor.
Oh yeah, always empty it. Every time I use it, I always empty it completely. I leak out the weird rusty water that comes out the bottom. If you've ever seen that before.
They make a little apparatus that hooks on your
I've
thing.
seen it.
It's
before.
moisture
But
evaporator.
like when I first start sandblasting, I always blast into the tank a little bit
Yeah.
to make sure there's nothing in there. But
Oh, that stuff happens halfway through the process for me. It's never at the beginning.
I never had.
Yeah, when the moisture
No.
comes out, occasionally it's
we get it.
Yeah, every
often.
once in a while we'll get
it'll just
moisture in
spit.
the
It'll
lines,
spit
yeah.
moisture.
I've never had it happen in 3 years. I've been sandblasting hardcore, and I mean, there's sometimes where I'm legit up there for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well,
sandblasting.
Allison,
That's nothing. I've sandblasted for a lot more than 2 hours.
Really?
Before. Hell yeah.
Doesn't Harbor Freight?
Jesus.
I've done a day of sandblasting. That's fucking.
Holy fuck! Okay.
Doesn't Harbor Freight sell? They sell those moisture.
Yeah, they sell
separators.
moisture traps and things like that. And then again, the air compressor. I mean, as far as air compressor, what I would recommend is mainly it always comes down to like just I don't want the air compressor around me. You need a size that's large enough that it's not constantly on. You know, the larger compressor that you can get is probably to your advantage, but that can become cost prohibitive. So there's no brand or anything I have a recommendation on. It's just about.
I mean, I know people that do it, and they say like if you really have the means, if you could do separate tanks, if you could go from one compressor into a holding tank,
you can have a holding tank
and then go into it. That really dries the air out, so you never get that moisture buildup. And Mike, back to soft glass. My buddy that had the soft glass studio, that's how he had his setup. He would go through 2 tanks.
Yeah, you can
and
have
it would
like a
dry
holding
the air out
tank and then
perfectly.
that second tank.
Really use a lot more pressure too, so you don't really ever lose pressure.
Yeah, so and then it says here at the bottom, you were just giving a shout out about that. Excuse me, the ideas of the type of tools people like and checking out them at Melt. So
She said she walked around to all the different booths and like seeing everybody's setups, and you know she just thought it was really good to see what everybody else did and like just using different tools. And she doesn't remember a lot of the names, but like
She probably remembers mine.
what's that?
She probably remembers mine.
She's not talking about your name. She's talking about
Yeah,
the
but she
tools.
definitely remembers.
Yeah, she definitely was. I think she mentioned that.
And
Nope.
she said she loves you.
Yeah.
That'd be a first.
Well, thank you, Allison. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll see you next year for sure, if not before then.
Hopefully. We're starting to plan for next year's Melt. And
Yes, we are starting to plan.
starting to get our list in line, and hopefully we have something planned pretty good. So we won't divulge any of that yet.
Yeah, we'll have
Keep
announcements.
everybody- but we will have
more
announcements.
coming on that.
I'll be on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is our 5th year, so we're gonna have 5 years down. So hopefully it's got to be 5-year worthy. So hopefully we can get a lot of the old guys back. A lot of our featured people, and just make it as good as we possibly can, but give it a blowout. We're gonna give a quick recap here for the. Like I said, what do you got? You said again you have a show coming up. And
First we have Glass Vegas, which we'll all be there.
We'll all be there.
Definitely Glass Vegas. Hetty's Hideout March 7th, and then Stoked April 18th, 11th. I can't remember. I'll probably find it on my phone, but yeah.
That's good. You're just like you said, nothing else besides that. You got anything else? You're gonna come down to like Salem this year?
When's that again? You guys told me to go, and I didn't.
March 20th or something like that. It's back at the
March 20th.
I just got the information from them. They're moving. They got rid of the old school, the one we went to at the dump, which I hated.
Yeah.
They moved it back to the college.
Okay.
So now all the stuff's gonna be on site over there this year. So
Will that be better?
I hope it's going to be the same format as it was from like 15 years. They have all the dinner, all the lunch in the cafe or that gymnasium. It was so much fun. I hated the fact that they made us drive over to that dump. It was literally on a dump. I mean, it fucking sucked, dude. It was like you dump us at the place. It stunk. Every time you took a piss, it fucking smelled like you want to puke. But
my car.
You should come down for that. You can come help us work the milk booth.
Oh, no, then I got the April show coming up of Gonzo.
This is like 2 days.
Come
man.
down for a couple days, dude. Don't fucking.
Gallant comes down. We just go out to dinner and get drunk.
I mean, I like those things.
Yeah. But let's give a little ending thing here. We got check our website out, breakingglass.show. Instagram, we got Breaking Glass podcast with breaking_glass_podcast, and Facebook Breaking Glass Show. We're going to be going on the road hopefully in December. And
Be going up to the Corning Museum, talking to
hoping to go up
Eric
there
Goldschmidt.
and having a cool interview with him on the road, and maybe
Hopefully getting a little tour of the behind the scenes at Corning, etc.
yeah, we might try to make it like a 2-part episode where we go for a tour in the museum and then sit down at his house and have like a conversation like we are. So he has a lot of information to give up. So other than that, anything else?
No, I think
The Star Wars thing.
What are you going to tell us, Star Wars? he finally watched The Mandalorian last night, and we're all caught up. I don't like the way it's. I do like the show, but real quick before we leave, that last episode.
Yeah, I did.
They're just,
you can't get hung up on that last episode. It's a middle episode. It's bridging. It's just the middle of the show. It's the second act. The second act is never as good as the first act and the third act. That's all it is. And it was like I watched it myself, and I was like, yeah, this show is just to like keep the plot going in the middle.
Well, I got some Mandalorian pieces coming up. We're gonna make some collabs.
Yeah,
got some Baby Yoda crap and all that bullshit.
Oh, we got Baby Yoda.
I see it's hot.
coming out our ass.
Everybody's like cashing in right now. I looked on Instagram today and like Saigon and freaking
Cyan.
How's it say?
It's Cyan. I don't know. I'm best of
Saiyan.
class. Saiyan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's like
He's cashing in. Your boy Jerome Baker's cashing in. Did you see his big Yoda?
Well, yeah, but he didn't make that. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying
I'm trying. He put that post up, and he didn't attribute to the artist or anything. It's like
Kabuki made a little marble, like a Baby Yoda freaking head in the marble. Yeah, there's a bunch of people doing it. So I already got some made. I got some Mandalorian stuff. He's made some flips. We're gonna make some rigs here this week.
I would have liked to. Yeah, I will say the science. Say it again. Saiyan. His was the best one, and they had it on Best of Glass today. That was the best one. Because it actually had the pink, and everybody's just doing straight green ears, and like that little baby's got pink.
I saw
in his ears.
Tony's was okay. His was looks good.
Tony's was okay. Yeah, I like Tony's was good. And then Josh McDaniels came out with, of course, a Millie. He's got one going on a Millie. Yeah, no, yeah. I knew as soon as I'm not gonna stop. The instant I saw that baby on that show, I was like, oh, I'm surprised. I almost felt like it took too long.
Yeah,
like I didn't see him.
Well, we had plans from day one. We started.
Right.
I mean, I have a rig made. I just got to finish sandblasting it. But we are. I'm not going to stop watching the show. It's a good show, but it's just there's parts that, like I said, I'm not following where they're trying to like piece it together for me, because in my mind, at the end of this, where the movies are now, that show takes say 17 years before these movies out now.
Yeah,
that would be that goddamn leader emperor motherfucker's main priority is to find that Baby Yoda and kill it.
And kill it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What if they can get it and use it?
Either way, they haven't mentioned any of the new movies, and it would be, unless it's dead, after this season or some shit or whatever. That would be their main goal in the world, is to kill that little bastard and put it in the ground.
Maybe, I don't know.
They should feed it hemp.
Why would they care about fucking Rey? She ain't shit. Just because she's Luke's, she ain't no fucking Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Like, they would be looking for her now in these movies. Right. That little bastard would be dead.
Maybe.
So where it doesn't play into the timeline for me is how it works. So
that's my takeaway. We'll have to see where it goes. Yeah, I don't know.
I like it.
Cheers, everyone. Let's say goodbye.
Hail Satan.
And we'll see y'all next time.
All right. Cheers.